I'm here at St Gallen at the headquarters of Gallus, and it's a pleasure to be here with the Senior Vice President Global Key Accounts and anchor shareholder of Gallus, a Heidelberg Group company, Ferdinand Senior.
Ben, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to see you, Ferdy. How are you? It's been a while since we met, and it's really great to see you over here in your headquarters once again after all the pandemic and everything. Yeah,
I'm very excited to be able to celebrate the 100 years anniversary of Gallus. To get 100 years old means something, and I am so excited to see that the company is younger than ever. New, young, enthusiastic people are preparing this anniversary, and we have put a great show together and an event for the Gallus Experience Center to inaugurate this, and the feedback we get from the customers all over the world is absolutely great.
That's nice to hear that. Tell us a bit about this wonderful journey of 100 years. You took us around on the day of media, the media day a couple of days back, right from the origin, taking us through your grandfather, how he brought the company, and then you're the second generation, if I'm correct.
The third generation
sorry.
Company, yes.
Yeah, so if you can please take us through. I think from the beginning to here, we have seen a lot of transformation in terms of technologies and in terms of your company growing and also being part of Heidelberg. Please take us through the journey.
The journey started in 1923, where we produced scales, balances, and weight measure equipment. In 1925, we decided to stop that because you could not be master of measure and produce measure equipment. That was a conflict of interest. So we focused then on the weight inspection. And then we were able to get the customer request to build the little printing machines for tags and tickets. And that was very exciting. We started to develop these machines further and further. New demand came in a very difficult economical time. The 1925, 1930, it was not easy in Europe at the time, but the company grew and grew by building very special printing machines. The first products were, as I mentioned, tags, tickets. Then it was the time of the food stamps and rebate stamps. Then one step which really made the appetite for automation were the first IBM punch card.
Right.
This system drove us actually really to optimize the production of the factory and make machines for the new coming computer industry. My father was very excited with that, and he started very early to adopt computer technology in the company as systems to communicate. We had an office management system already then in the early 80s or late 70s, like you have today with the Microsoft world. We had the first CAD/CAM system, CAD, computer-aided design, and connected to a very modern machine factory.
Right.
Many government officials came to visit us to see how we have developed. At the time, the differentiation to the other market machine manufacturer was that we had an extreme high precision made machine, a machine which was 100% reliable, perfectly designed and manufactured. But more and more electronic components took a way towards the printing industry. 1992, we had the first fully servo-driven printing machine, which was really giving the indication less mechanic, more electronic. And that has changed our company the first time, going away from perfect manufactured parts put together to a machine, to putting together electronic computers into the machine, put sensors into it, put reading devices in it, and have servo drives to control the machine. And that was one of my things, to take the company from the machine type into the electronic type. We had several steps. We tried several different digital technology, and finally in 2014, when Heidelberg and Gallus went together for good, we developed the Gallus label fire, the hybrid machine, which is the state of the art in the inkjet technology. These were several different steps which changed, and I think the biggest challenge today is now to bring the whole company into the digital time.
Perfect. You took us through the entire journey. Tell us a little bit about your latest development that you have now. Of course, you have the digital space, the digital machines like the Gallus One and the label fire, with has its own advantages. But what do you see as a future of label production? Are you going to see? Is it going to be a mix of or hybrid presses prevailing more, or is it going to be standalone label presses which are flexo and digital standing alone side by side working together, or what's the future according to you?
By listening to our customers, by many very deep dialogues with the customer, we found out that the market segment are getting more and more specialized. That means you have new products, machines for another market niche. As an example, you are producing a different kind of marmalades, and you have a lot of copy changes. That may need a different machine than if you have the shampoo line, which is always the same. So the niches are getting smaller and smaller, and for each niche you have a more dedicated machine. And there will be not only digital or not only conventional. It is in the printer's hand to really understand what markets he is serving and what is the best kind of equipment to produce what the products in the market he is in. And I see there are many label printers, they have a very high discipline in I'm serving this market and not I'm serving the 10 color market and not the 11 or not the 9 color market, because then his machine is utilized the most. We have customers, they have a 12 color machine and they run blanket labels, that's a little bit extreme, but it shows what you are be able to produce with the right equipment. You are most profitable to the right market, and that is dictating what machines the customer is buying. And we, Gallus, we have the opportunity to supply for every segment the right product. You have the fully hybrid machine for the double foil, triple wing, whatever you name it, and we have the G1 for the CMYK quick digital label. We have the Label Master as a flexo platform for print flexo labels. The question is the total cost of print, the total cost of ownership. If you have that understanding in depth, then you will be able to pick the right instrument to produce your label.
Thank you. One last question. What do you think about this digital technology that you have launched now as against your very well proven narrow web presses, starting with your EM and ECS and ICS and RC? All these machines, they are 15, 20 years old, and as I visit some of your customers, they are running so well. Even now, they're extremely fine. As against the digital technology that's launched now, with heads being enhanced within 1 or 2 years, more and more enhancements coming in. And where do you see this, aligning with Gallus's proven record with the conventional technology?
I would not use the word against. I would use the word an addition.
Sure. Okay.
But when a printer is doing his job right, he may have 10 jobs he did on the EM280. Now he will do 6 or 7 jobs on the EM280, and the other 3 jobs he will do on the G1, because he's more profitable this way.
Right.
So this will automatically lead which instrument you're using, which machine you're using to produce the label which you are in the market for.
According
So
to
it's
the-
an addition. It's an additional,
I understand. Okay, not against, but in addition, as you said.
and that automatically will steer. If one has two of the machines, he automatically fill this pile with orders and this pile with orders by learning, by repeating. Okay, tomorrow if I add one more color, it goes this way. If I add the varnish, it goes this way. That's an automatically flow thing. So it's an additional, very good tool for a printer.
Excellent. Thank you, Ferdi. And what's your final message for our viewers, readers of Packaging Middle East and Africa magazine about this 100 years of celebration? And what do you want to convey to them for all your existing clients and your potential clients in the Middle East and Africa region?
I think to be open and understand what's going out in the market, to go and visit your suppliers, to not just do your search over the internet, put your face in the place, go visit the experience center, go visit the manufacturers and make up your mind, and not just go by a spreadsheet where you compare a number. It's the full package. What makes you successful? It's the relationship, it's the performance of the local service, it's the performance of the machine, it's the performance of the ink, the paper suppliers, the whole package that makes you successful.